Hey, everybody send Demo some love right
Hey,
now. Just check in on him. If
Fuck
we're
Demo.
not going to air
You
his
got
stuff
your
out
baby
on
dicks,
the,
Demo. Yep.
yeah, just check in on him. I'm not going to air his stuff out on the podcast, but if you know
yeah.
him, drop him a line this weekend, check in on him and
Check in
stuff.
on him, all y'all, all the
Yep.
genitals out there, especially the
Yeah.
people that really be following him. Hit him on the DMs. Hit him in his.
Yeah.
If you got his number, hit him.
Ask him why he chose to play
Yeah.
pickleball instead of doing the podcast.
I wish, bro.
No, man,
I'd
it's
go.
serious.
I'd go with him.
He's making jokes, but it's for real. You got to check in. I'm praying for you, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, I was on the internet.
You went back on the internet?
Yeah, I was in municipal court today being a witness. Yeah, I didn't say anything.
You was snitching?
Yeah,
You was pulling an
ASAP.
ASAP rally?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Let me get right ahead of that. Don't you put that evil on me. I didn't say a word. Tight-lipped. Nothing. To the point that they didn't even bring me to the stand because the prosecutor asked me, he's like, well, why don't you go ahead and go over the day's events? And I went, I didn't really see anything.
You got an ET finger.
You were wearing those same glasses in court that you have on right
the whole
now?
time.
I didn't see nothing. I'm
exactly like this. I was like,
I'm illegally blind.
I didn't see anything, man. Didn't see anything. I don't know if I was there. Really, what am I doing here? Honestly. But yeah, I made the mistake of scrolling through the internet.
And did you like it?
This week's headline, I mean, the most recent one I saw is that he's opening up Guantanamo Bay for deporting people.
Saw that.
He wants to make some concentration camps and stuff.
Basically, right?
Like,
damn, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Only two people could rescue us, Harold and Kumar.
Right.
You gonna hold some sort of competition there, like Squid Game type shit?
Rescue you from the cock meat sandwich.
Hell yeah. Some people like
it. Just in case somebody needs to actually see the headline. I mean, it's on screen if you are watching us visually. But yeah, he signed into worst criminal aliens to Guantanamo. And I feel like people will be like, well, that's just the criminals. What's that?
It's not just like one type of race. They're just sending a mixed bag over there.
Like the worst criminal aliens. He's calling them aliens.
Any non-American citizen.
No matter where they're from. So it's just a mixed bag.
Yeah.
That could be lit, man.
Yeah, to go hang out there if they have PS5s.
That's how fusion's made. That's how fusion food was made. No.
Yeah, I mean that place has a terrible history. Yeah, it has a terrible history of stuff. Well, here's the main thing about it to me. It's like, man, where is worst criminals? Like, how far is that going to extend to? Like, they don't really do much to describe what they're talking about, and they're not really being shy about deporting just about everybody anyway. Like, literally on TV, they had it where they pulled some guy out of his house, and they were like, yeah, this guy, he's on probation for this, that. And then they're like, and this guy was just in there, but so we're going to take him too.
Like, this is where the January 6th Capitol rioters should have been sent, not free or in our country, bro. Should have sent them with these fools, Equal opportunity.
One of those fools got shot immediately, by the way.
By the cops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn, who's that fool right behind Donald?
It's always some white people clapping behind him doing like when they sign these horrible laws into order, bro.
He has executive orders. I mean, they're getting stopped up in federal court anyway. Like, that's kind of the thing too. Most of the stuff that's happening, like, it does get some legal action put against it from some sort of federal court or something along those lines that hams it up. It's going to be drama. Kind of part of what they're doing right now is just like trying to overwhelm us with information, and that's why I even opened saying
sneak some shit in there.
Man, fuck all those people sitting behind him. Like, dude on the right doesn't even look that happy. He's just happy that they get to go to Arby's after this every time they sign. Like,
that fool's going to Chili's.
Hell yeah, that fool's trying to hit on all the
triple dipper.
It is always like these two kind of look relatively normal, but it's always like the white ghoulish dudes, old white ghoulish dudes, and then like younger girls with them too. Like, or with like and usually they have heavy plastic surgery.
Yeah, they're making a movie out of this. Dude in the middle is going to be played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Right, yeah. He looks a lot like
Yeah.
it.
He do look like a younger
Yeah.
Tommy
But
Lee Jones.
but yeah, I mean, pay attention, and I suppose, like, don't get too overwhelmed. Just like, check out the stuff that's coming through. I think I've seen a lot of people posting certain things, but there are a lot of things that, can grab people's attention that are kind of important. I mean, the one thing that he like stopped all federal funding of things. We're talking about like Medicare for elderly and people that need like life-saving stuff. That got stopped by a federal judge too.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'll use an analogy. Right now, the people that voted for him bought that car and they're driving it off the lot and it's making a lot of weird noises. It's a used car. We've already seen it been used before. It's driving off and it's like the bumper is starting to fall off and we're like, "Hey man, your car's fucked up." And they're like, "No, no, no, it still drives great." So I guess it's just a matter of time of us waiting until the wheels fall off of the thing.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the.
Yeah.
You gotta rough it through the 4 years, and we'll
see
revisit
it
in
through.
2028 again, and we'll
Isn't
see
he-
what happens.
Isn't he
when
trying
it
to
gets close that
implement
date,
like
but
to go for? Isn't he trying to implement for
A
a third
third.
term?
yeah, and then eventually,
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone keeps saying that, like, "Oh, just 4 years." I think he's gonna do some shit that will somehow either extend that or end elections as a whole. I've been reading some weird shit that of people who've been prophesizing this in a sense, and he's following every step so far of that route. We'll see. I don't know how that happens. I haven't looked into that like legally, but I wouldn't put anything
There-
past him trying to make things a dictatorship.
Obama
I hope.
finna run again.
Yeah, they need to abolish him going to like the 2-term limits which were set after FDR, I believe. They've got to get a whole bunch of different things accomplished in order to do that.
I'm
So
sure they got
it's
the playbook drawn
what,
up
like-
on how to, bro.
That's what like El Salvador kind of did for their president, right? Like he like ran out, so they made him. He made something where he can do it again or something like that.
Who knows? Phone
Yeah.
a friend, ask E-Blood.
Yeah, I mean
They got
gotta
Salvadorian.
they need to get a lot of stuff passed to run for a third term. I think it's, let me like look at Kenny. It's like a lot of different votes need to go through, and it would take a lot. It's the 22nd Amendment that bars third terms, and but the thing that they may try to skirt around that is that he's starting his second term now, and it's like they maybe
fool.
make some sort of argument that 2 terms means back-to-back consecutive terms. Like, so since he split it up, he can have 3.
yeah, like he could have a third
Yeah.
one because he hasn't done a back to back yet. So it's just the fine print or the
Yeah.
loophole.
Right, exactly. So, or Vance runs again, and then he's the shadow president.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that can happen, but like I was telling y'all, like I think it was recently or even today when I sent it over when I was doing the rabbit hole. I mean, like this all might be by design by folks like Peter Thiel. You guys can look him up, and them basically wanting cyberpunk in the future, where they just want corporations to be the ruling bodies of America, and essentially, living as a citizen is $9.99
Make your
or $100 a month.
choose your PP size.
This is another subscription.
Yeah. Freaking
That's cool. As long as you could pay more though. You have to pay more subscription for a nicer dick.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's the way it's gonna be. It's
Oh,
gonna be subscription, and it's gonna become a like it's gonna go to all our utilities and shit eventually too. I mean, it kind of is like you got to pay your bill every month for electricity and like water, let's say, right?
right.
But
Well, then
they're gonna have like different tiers and like subscriptions. Like, oh well, if you only afford this much a month, then you get that Flint, Michigan water source.
Yeah, everything. But here's the crazy thing: everybody's so afraid of like centralized government and stuff like that, and being like, "Oh, I don't want the government to control this." It's like, well, so you're going to trade that for a corporation being in control? You didn't vote for the corporation. In government, at least you can vote for them. But now we're even in that topsy-turvy land where anybody who's in government is bought and paid for by a corporation anyway. So
Uh,
we're just trading power bases.
Give them a year or two. See what weird shit they flip at us in a couple years after they've gotten real comfortable up in that bitch. Because last time when he was president, that's when things like really, really started getting wild as far as policies go, like in his third year. And then
Yeah.
don't forget, they got a good chunk of the Supreme Court justices these days to really flip the script on people. Nobody's really talking about that since what's her face, RGB or RBG, whatever. She didn't want to give up her seat, and now them motherfuckers got it. And you really want things to change. They got low key the people in place.
Right. Yeah.
They will flip some shit on us very soon. Just wait.
Yeah. No, for real. It's like, and yeah,
For the
I
worst.
mean, yeah, and I mean, it's so funny because now, and also, let's be like real, like when Biden, I don't know how far in he was president, I was letting it rip on him too. So don't hide behind some kind of partisanship these days when people start criticizing Trump because he's president. Like
Yeah.
off tops, like I'm anti-authoritarian. Like I like it when people have a little bit more autonomy in their lives, and this ain't it.
Honestly,
Like the
if
only
you're still
reason,
like sticking up for one side versus the other, I think you're just misinformed at this point because this shit is a game,
sure,
bro. This shit is not even
yeah,
really those two parties aren't even truly united. So what the fuck are we doing fighting each other over bullshit?
right. I mean, what
Mhm.
was it that Charles Barkley even said on air? He's woken up, man. He was like, it's not about like being racist, homophobic versus red versus blue. It's about us versus the rich people that are running our pockets.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
they were there. They were there at the inauguration. It's on the last episode's thumbnail.
Lucky for us, he's
They want to
gambled
run.
millions away to have that humble insight.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Otherwise, he
he's
wouldn't
been
be
able to
talking like
almost.
that.
Yeah, it would be tight if he would have won in the opposite direction. He's one slot machine away from having a different opinion. Um, but yeah, I mean that
Yeah.
that does bring it to one call out I did want to make. I mean, everybody was fussing over RFK. There's a lot of different reasons to feel weird about that fool, but one thing that I wanted to make clear for our listeners is that RFK is bought and paid for to be anti-vax. He gets money for getting people through a law firm to sue for vaccines, and he gets 10% every time that they win. No
Wow,
matter
that's an
how they
actual
do it.
commission structure.
That is an actual commission structure for him to be anti-vaccination. Don't believe a single fucking word that comes out of that crusty motherfucker's mouth. And I am invested in this because if you don't get your fucking kids vaccinated and you send your kid to school and like with other kids, you get other kids fucking sick. You're gonna make polio happen again, all this stuff, different fucking shit. And they're spreading this anti-vaccine like propaganda.
One thing he
And
jacked
it's
them up
based
though
on
with certain
what's
things,
up?
and their response wasn't good. Their response to some of these things he was refuting were not good though. Like Elizabeth Warren today. I don't know if you saw all that, but
A bit of it,
um,
yeah.
he was trying to. And I'm not like one way or the other on this, bro.
Sure.
What I'm saying, I've had COVID and shit. Like I don't have a strong opinion on this, but he was saying, he was confronting her and the rest of like these Democrats that were on that board about penalties for people that forced certain employees to get the vaccine and they ended up having an adverse reaction that they were told they didn't need to worry about. And a lot of
Yeah.
those people are getting sued for millions, like legitimately. And she just kept cutting him off and wouldn't let him finish because, you know, they don't want to look like criminals having to force people to get vaccinated to go to work, even though for some it ended up being a health issue as far as like, their body being receptive to the vaccine and not, or not.
Yeah, I mean, that is a completely different conversation for them, like, especially because I'm not knowledgeable, that we need, like, Dr. Chris to be talking about that shit. For me personally, the way that I have seen how he's behaving, in terms of being flimsy about being anti-vaccination or not, like, he's like, he can say what he wants about COVID. COVID's such a hot topic and stuff like that. That's still, that's years in the making where all that stuff essentially gets more drawn out and discovered, and people can get so hung up on that while still not, there's no denying the fact that he is an anti-vaxxer, and when it best suits him, when there's a dollar to be made, he is there to and because he's represented also to push certain other vaccine. The whole anti-vaccination sentiment starts in England by a guy who said that vaccines give kids autism. And it turned out that that dude wanted them to stop taking certain vaccines so that he could get paid for the ones that he wanted people to take. So follow the fucking money on this vaccine shit, especially somebody like RFK, for any of these people for that matter, that are getting through the Trump administration. More likely than not, there is monetary gains to be had for them each time. None of these people are functioning in your best interest, like at all. Find me the one, if you got it, send it. I don't think enough people are that active on this shit, but there is nobody in there right now that has your best interests in mind, and prove it. I mean, have you guys seen anything? I mean, I have not seen a single fucking thing.
No, I'm drawing the line there though. You said that he's fucking with Samoa. Like, you can't fuck with the bloodline,
Can't
bro.
fuck with the
Okay,
future bloodline.
that's not tribal chief approved.
Right.
So, on that same subject of just to close out the politics talk, since we were so strongly about it, but we were talking
I
about
read.
how he was, Trump's been trying to look to deport people and get people back right to their original country, and a lot of his followers didn't know that illegal immigrants, or aliens, or whatever you want to call them, they also pay taxes and pay into Social
Right.
Security and Medicare
Right.
and programs that they don't get to take advantage of many times. And you know what else is trippy about that Social Security program? So when they designed it with only citizens in mind. You have to be a citizen to reap the benefits as well.
Right.
But how do we run out of money when people that weren't accounted for don't take from it, but only pay into it?
Right.
So how do we run short on money already? And we're talking about removing Social Security because we
Right.
fucked up the program. Yet it's like, it's still mostly, not mostly, but a good amount of it is, provided by people that don't even use Social Security or not going to get Social
Right.
Security.
Or do
So,
the
Right.
agricultural jobs that nobody here is going to want to do.
Yeah, and then
Right.
use some of that money to go pay taxes where they can't get any of those benefits for. So it's like, shit's loaded.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's all. What was it? It's not about. They're just out. Like, cruelty is the point. I think at this point, they just want to like fuck shit up because they want to make it seem like things don't work, and then maybe when things are seeming like they're not working, they'll find a new scapegoat to blame. All the meanwhile, everybody's making off like bandits. Like, they're just getting scammed. And if you don't feel like you're being scammed, bless you. Like,
You've been getting
I'll
scammed
help
since
you out.
2020.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
I'll help you. It's 2016. I mean, if you want to get real with it, they've been scammed since Reagan. But
Yeah, you're right.
like, yeah,
No,
like
you're right.
it's the scam is in full force right now. It's just that people have completely diluted themselves because they bought the shitty car they're driving off the lot, and they don't want to feel like they had a bad deal, and they'll stay that way until it's just a steering wheel and some wheels.
Gotta die on it. Gotta,
Yeah,
10
God
toes
forbid.
down.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. They'll so that was our weekly status check on that shit. Yeah, I'm extra spicy just because I read that and I had not known that about RFK and stuff like that. What the fuck are you giggling at over there?
What?
Yeah.
What are you giggling at? Did I say something fucking funny?
You had to
I'm
abstain
fucking
at snitching, so now you have a lot of
No.
energy.
This is very deja vu-esque because
Yes, ma'am.
2020, when we started this pod, it felt like everything was going to shit. And here we are.
Talking about Trump again.
We're in the different part of that cycle, almost at that point of again. And
yeah. Feels very different though, I will say. Because I had the same kind of heat and energy for Biden when his presidency was starting off with like kind of a still going, and then obviously everything with Palestine, I was really letting him have it. So like I'm usually not shy once I see or hear something about it, and I'm like, fuck this.
We're gonna complain about anything and everything that whoever is in charge is doing or not doing, because we've yet to have like a good leader of this place quite some time, depending on who you ask. So it's just the same bullshit all over again. Different day, new puppet. You know,
Hey,
That's
but
fair.
he's
on your
he's
grind.
making moves though, because 2020 we weren't thinking, or at least I wasn't thinking that he was gonna have all these company leaders as part of
Well,
his
that was
crew. You know,
Right.
Elon Musk and Dana White and fucking Mark Zuckerberg and whoever.
Sure.
'cause
Oh,
they
yeah,
all-
right.
they-
You not see
they-
that coming. They all billionaires, and the 1% is who the only people he's ever cared about consistently. So it's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I
like
think it was-
predictable.
It was the end of his presidency, and everybody had turned on him. They was finally over his shit,
Right.
And then
Mm.
No,
like
they missed
Elon
his
wasn't
ass.
even not all fucking with him, but then this just got so bad with like the Biden stuff that
Now they're
like,
back
oh,
on.
we
This is
need
just
our
like
dude back.
WWE.
It's like, dude, we're both rich as fuck. We got to collab here, no matter what.
Yep.
This
Right.
is beyond collab though. He was always going to look out for their pockets, but now he's giving them power more than money. He's giving
Right.
them more power.
Because he
And
doesn't
that's-
have people in politics that trust
Yeah.
him or that he trusts. You know, people that deserve those roles at this point. He ain't
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah,
with
but
them.
But that's like mask off for them. Like for Biden's administration, many of those people were getting, money in their pockets from people like larger companies and corporations,
They
and
all
they would
do
be
it. Yeah.
swayed a little bit. Now the mask is completely. There's one positive to be gained from this is that the mask is completely off, and people are going to start waking up a little bit quicker to like how our politics are designed. But
took the
more than
middleman
an-
out.
It's only going to
Yeah,
get
they did.
worse.
Just
Yeah,
like
they took the
fuck
middle, but
bribing.
like,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna do it myself.
Politics
But the
becomes
pay-
more of a joke every year, bro. You remember when the biggest controversial issue was Sarah Palin's stupid ass saying something out of pocket that, like,
Yeah,
or just him
Or
getting a
Obama's-
blowjob.
yeah, Obama's yellow shirt, yellow shirt king. Yeah, that was like
Look at
Yeah, that was the thing.
evolution.
right.
Now it's
But,
complete
yeah,
circuit.
Nailing Palin.
Yeah. Well, I would say
Else
the
we
one
look
sketch
that
thing
one up?
about Obama, even though I fuck with Obama heavy, is the scandal or conspiracy of after his presidency, though, I think, was when the butler or whoever, the chef or whatever, died at his place or whatever. Or
Oh, I
was
didn't even know
suicide or
about that
murder.
one.
I don't know. There's a whole doc about
No.
it. Y'all can Google it.
Shit
But
happens.
there's some
I-
shit that
He a
kinda
bitch
got
ass
swept
puppet
under.
too, man.
I had a problem with him drone striking weddings.
Bruh.
Like I had an issue with that.
Yeah, all presidents and leaders are in government.
Yeah.
You're corrupt in a way too. It's just that Obama was cooler.
He
Yeah,
just
yeah,
made a
he
felt
playlist,
better.
and they
He
like
he had a
them easy.
mouthpiece. He had a
Yeah.
mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? He could talk.
He went more face with it.
And he had a
he
jumper.
was-
He could shoot the three.
But thing
Yeah.
is, also he was the first too, like ever.
This
You know what
rap.
I mean? Like, so yeah. My president is black.
Yeah, they had he was, but him and Biden though, they were half measures that got us to where we are. Like they capitulated so much to that rich ruling class and like made small concessions and didn't fight hard enough for common people that they turned to somebody who just fucking ran their pockets literally in Trump through donations. And he said, "Don't worry, everyone, I'll fix it up." And then they got him in office, and here he is again, and he's doing these executive orders with like they're gonna be clapping seals for till they find out in 2 years now that like nothing really benefited them in the long run.
Hey, Jaime, can
So
you
it's-
bring up the tweet from this morning? Antonio Brown Obama tweet that I sent you.
Oh god, damn.
President.
I gotta have Davey and Nesto see this. This shit. I love Antonio Brown's Twitter handle, and
He
he
was just
chimed in
on,
on politics this morning.
He was on the Brandon Shaw, Fighter and the Kid, and Brian Callen podcast today. He's like,
yeah.
Brandon Shaw posted crackers of the day, and then he posted the picture with Antonio.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
dude, his stuff is so out of pocket that I wonder if there's like a team making it for him.
For Antonio Brown?
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
for
wondering
sure.
if he's good.
Nah,
Yeah,
he just
I
got
was-
when you know how people get CTE, but then his CTE gave him a gift. Like,
No,
was
when
more
he starts,
Is that
creative,
what it is?
more
When
funny.
he starts like talking
Just-
like more than a few words, you know it's not him.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He steals
Man,
memes too,
it's-
but a lot of the original ones that he posts, like Cracker of the Day or F
those are
word
funny.
of the day, quite funny, man.
I feel like that's him for sure.
Well, so funny that we're talking shit about these guys right now, and X is like not working as I'm trying to pull this thing up.
Man, I wish Antonio played another season, man.
Honestly,
Like,
I think he's the greatest talent
no.
I've ever seen in person play football at receiver.
What is
It
this
was
ghetto
amazing.
shit?
Did you have
hold on.
their Antonio Brown Raider jersey?
No, my coworker got it signed though. Legendary.
Hey, well that's lit.
That's lit.
This stupid ass signed the front of the jersey instead of the back, but it's all good.
Oh, Antonio Brown did.
Yeah, CTE shit.
That boy was clapping cheeks with Whoa Vicky. Oh, he was wilding.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Florida's a crazy place.
Yeah. Florida gets insane.
I just want Antonio Brown to clap my cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Boom gang to Antonio Brown.
I
Boom
come
gang.
up. Well, anyways, here it is. They have Obama as Will Smith saying, "Keep my wife's dick out your fucking mouth." I thought the shit was hilarious.
Disrespect.
Yeah, that leans into the common like 4chan internet troll conspiracy that Michelle Obama is actually a man because they just like
That's crazy.
The picture of her playing tennis. She looked like Arthur Ashe. I'm just saying.
Everyone's a man. Fuck it.
Got them shoulders.
Also,
Sierra was a man at one point. They said, "Remember that?"
That was the middle school rumor. That was
before
crazy.
the internet. Yeah.
They also
Or that
they
Bow
also
Wow
like,
got his
Go ahead.
booty hole taken.
Oh, by his limo driver.
That might be true. that part might
boy.
be really true.
That's
a good self-defense in case someone's trying to fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, you're like, no,
just fart on it, bro.
No,
you need more than a fart.
Yeah, you start with the fart and then you lead to some shit.
He's like, trust me, I've been in these situations, guys. It works.
Well, I'm teaching self-defense class.
You just gotta
all man.
shit on
Anal
it.
self-defense, bro. Number one, you gotta practice your Kegels.
God, dude,
right?
he's trying to be cute.
2 sets of 10 every day.
Yeah, so make your Kegels stronger because the best offense is a good defense. And then
That's a good point.
That's not a Kegel. That's your butthole, right?
Yeah, but it all works together in one system, muscular nervous system, bro.
It's all the same. Yeah.
Like if you can move your boner without touching it,
yeah, exactly. Kegel, you can move your dick the same way that you do the Kegels too.
2 sets of 10 every day, you're gonna be strong.
Yeah,
you gotta flip a coin with it.
Yeah, I'm revealing some of these exercises they give to the people transitioning genders. The same
booty hole like elbow skin.
Yeah,
hey man, they need love and support. You know.
Yeah, I'm talking about trans therapy, bro. But yeah, to finish off, y'all remember the self-defense. Number 2, fart on it, and to lastly, when in doubt, shit on it. Yeah,
buddy.
And if you still get your ass taken, then hey man, ain't no one else can save you. Then
that's
nothing else. Can save
that's
you.
the way.
That's a freaky dude.
Yeah. What kind of nonsense is going on besides the real nonsense?
Yeah, right.
That was a good transition. Yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, talking about shitting in self-defense.
AI
will soon be able to translate what your cat or dog is saying.
How, bruh? How? That chick just gonna be like a one of them old toys with the string in them that have like 5 subset of lines. They say
he wants the shit.
Yeah, how do
researchers are training AI models on large data sets of animal sounds and body language to better understand their meanings. For example, the Earth Species product
I believe it.
is utilizing machine learning to analyze extensive bioacoustic data to unravel animal communication. So
marijuana already does this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just need mushrooms to understand what my dog is saying. Yeah.
Would you though, if you could like talk to your dog or see what they're saying, would you get that tech?
Bro, you ain't never just smoked weed and then looked at your cat in the face and you could hear what he's thinking?
What about if he's like, I'm really disappointed in you? Oh shit.
Oh, you can keep that to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell him, you're like, well, you go get a job then, bitch.
Yeah. Like, I feed you.
Like,
feed yourself.
I don't got thumbs, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that would be some crazy shit though.
Then I would shit on them.
Just argue. Just those type of people just create arguments with their dogs and cats and shit.
I imagine a cat will naturally, most cats, not really welcome that. Like hiss at the robot when they in their face like this, you know?
Like this, yes.
They pat it and then they slap them.
Dude, I'm down for robot helpers in the house.
The robot just has a turret and defends itself.
Robot helpers in the house, just as long as what? So as long as they have lube.
Yes, as long as they have lube, they can jack me off.
As long as all their gears are lubricated, then we're good.
Yikes!
Nah.
What about if it malfunctions?
Hyper speed.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna be like, yes, the grip I finally needed.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, yeah. I mean, it's just another one of those things. Is if it gets rolled out too soon by some dorky tech billionaire that's like, we're gonna get one in your home. It's like next thing you know, they're like, I'm gonna translate for your cat, and like squeezes their head off or something. You know,
that's
like
that's crazy.
we swear we have self-driving cars. Hits a child. We swear we have cat translating robots. Kills cat. You know.
Hey,
Just can't
speaking
get
about that
right.
real quick,
Can't
y'all
get right.
seen that Tesla's already starting to have their part of their process in car movement just by itself instead of having employees drive them.
Right.
More
Well,
autonomy, less
sounds like
jobs.
they're losing customers.
This fool really wants to make the human race useless as quick as possible.
Less
Right.
jobs is what I got out of it.
That's what
If
they
there's-
want to. That's what they
what's
always want
the-
to do, bro.
What's the answer? If nobody has a job, how are they going to pay for anything?
Exactly. They're only going to sell to the elites. Not even elites, the mid to elites.
You don't
The
get
mid
to
people
pay
who
for
think they're
anything.
elite.
You compete in their hunger game.
Right.
Where else
dude.
does this
Is that what
go?
it is?
I mean,
But
Yeah.
where he's at now, I don't even think he cares how his companies do, to be honest, right? He already he used the leverage these companies to get to the position where he's at. He's only going to get deeper in government.
and then outer space.
I saw that the amount that he spent to make Trump president essentially would have equated to us spending like $13 out of his fortune.
Yeah.
Like his like 200 plus million would have been like us buying a sandwich basically.
He's
he has that $500 bill.
he's going to try to colonize Mars, right? So who's going to be the leader of Mars when he gets there?
Fucking him, and then it'll crash and burn.
Exactly.
And
he's gonna be like, "Oh, Trump rules Earth, and now I rule Mars. You guys won't let me be president on Earth, and I'll be president of Mars."
Yeah, I mean, dude, then what?
Oh.
He'll get up there, and the people will beat his body to a pulp and eat him. Like, good, go have fun, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know about Mars, but I was having some loaded thoughts about Mars, and I was like, "Man, what if it's just like completely? What kind of fruits would be there? Like, what kind of just
depends on terraforming.
That's
One's
crazy,
from San Jose.
Nothing, bro. You
like,
seen the
just-
movie The Martian? There ain't shit up there.
Yeah, that's really the reality. Probably just ain't shit. No natural fruits, no fucking nothing.
The amount of stuff that they would need to colonize Mars would be to like terraform it and everything. So that they've got to figure that out here. But they're like, oh no, let's not waste our time trying to fix the climate change stuff here. Let's just go to Mars.
Fuck it. Restart.
That.
New planet.
Yeah. Can't restart, man. Can't do it. Don't have the tech.
Restart like they're doing in LA. Like,
yeah.
What's this map you just brought up, Saw Jimmy?
Yeah.
No, this is actually a future look from Mars when that was gonna be my transition. When Elon rules from Mars, it's gonna be help and then all written on the side of the planet. This was spotted on Google Maps in Los Angeles.
We don't see it.
Help.
Yeah.
Oh shit. This was spotted on Google Maps in Los Angeles. The words help and tráfico written on the debris surrounded by shipping containers.
Oh
Sad.
shit.
Damn. What do you think it's human trafficking? Obvious, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, probably. That or some kids got out there.
Because it's by those storage crates that Kendrick was dancing near.
Mm-hmm.
This
is the one that got hit by the fires, right? No, okay, this is just a somebody in the comments. Is someone going to go help them? Yeah, I mean, you would hope.
That's
right?
pretty crazy if it's real. I don't know. The writing looks kind of phony.
Well, how'd they build that out? Was it like what?
Debris.
How are they doing that? Who's letting them just be there to build shit like that, or just like move things in formation?
Yeah, maybe they snuck out.
Some homeless dude has been doing this in the area forever.
Hey man, he could be a hero.
This is
if they got out and had time to build Help SOS, couldn't they have just ran away in that time? Serious question.
Oh my gosh.
Love the comments, dude.
Comment
Instagram
section is always-
comments.
I actually never read comments unless someone tells me to. I do not ever look at comments.
That's pretty healthy for your mind, I must say.
I just never naturally did it, and then until like the last few years where I realized other people were going to comments, and I was like, oh, is that where it's at? Like, is that
Oh
what's
yeah, some
popping?
people
That-
they'll be like, oh, like as soon as they see it, they just go straight to the comments.
Yeah, I see memes
Yeah, I
about
do
that.
that.
I was
Yeah.
like,
I
oh,
do it
I'm
all
here
the
for the
time.
comments.
Yeah, I mean there is, but it's gotten worse lately. One, because people are always like, for whatever reason, dick riding Trump or something each one. Like they find a way to do that. But then the other is that somebody will be saying some wild stuff, and you'll be like, "Damn, who is this person?" And then you go into their profile, and it's like 0 followers, 0
Yeah,
posts,
that's how it
and it's like,
usually is.
yeah, and it's like
And
a
they're always on
bot
private.
account. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
bot account.
You scroll in them comments with a mind of being way more serious than these trolls, and it's just unhealthy. I wouldn't do it.
No, but that's what people do. People be making their Finsta accounts. I mean, yeah, it's wild
Yeah.
to do. Actually, like none of us be doing that shit.
Fuck that. I'm good off
maybe
it.
maybe Demo. But yeah, like I mean, even look at like Kevin Durant when he got busted for doing that shit. It is what it is. So people just make fake stuff. It's probably just let all that hate out somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, back to it, and again, if this is like, yeah, I mean, yeah, even though we're like, oh yeah, moving on from politics, but even that taps big. Like people are so inundated with that shit now. Like in those comments in there, it's always like it'll be like a picture of a cat or something, like doing a backflip, and they'll be like, "See, dude, Trump 2024, man, America's already healing her." It's just kind of like, how are you? Like, where do you guys come from? Like, did they leave the bot on that's been doing this for the past year?
There's
And it's
people who
still
really
just, like,
spend
dick
now all
riding?
day scrolling them, like
Just
you
doing
said.
that.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I can understand it. I basically did that, but I had a reason to do it.
Yeah, I'd be
so-
scrolling. I just didn't know
They
people in the
gooning
comments
to it.
like that. I don't got time to just. If I'm going to talk to
Yeah,
anybody, it's going to be people I know. Not just some rando.
Right.
on the
Right. I
fucking-
mean, that's what we basically use it for, is like a giant chat thing. I
Hell
don't
yeah.
know how much I would be using Instagram if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, I wish
Exactly.
there were
Otherwise-
rules. Like you get like a certain amount per day, or like a quality check. Because y'all know who y'all are. Sending just straight time wasting bullshit from your weak ass feed to us.
Or the same
Yeah.
shit to 3 different fucking chats.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, damn, bro, what was this? Could you send this again?
Oh,
One
Demo
more
did
time?
that. Demo did that today. Yeah. That
Yeah.
boy special.
Yeah, shout out Spencer
Yeah.
Cuz and his yeast.
Yeah.
I hope it
Man,
may be
speaking
an eighth
about-
of the things he sends.
Speaking about yeast and food, let's take it to the calorie corner, man.
Oh,
We haven't talked about our people of color, the Italians, in
Yeah.
in a few, and they might be upset, with this. But I did see this, and it's from an Instagram page called Facts. So I'm just assuming that this is facts. But tomato sauce is not Italian at all, but Mexican. The first tomato sauces were already being sold in the markets of Tenochtitlan, whatever that is, when Spaniards arrived and had many of those same ingredients like tomatoes, bell peppers, and chilies that would later
Chuck.
define Italian tomato pasta sauces 200 years later. 200 years.
yeah, bro. There's
Chuck-
racism in
chuck
food
it up.
too.
Damn.
Chuck it up, bro.
Yeah.
Freaking another W for
That's
Spain.
a
when it
spicy
comes to
damita
food.
de bala.
Yeah.
I said it. You heard it here first. I said, hey, hot take for some, but Spanish food is better than Italian. So there you go.
Yeah. I don't know why
Yeah,
Italian
bro.
food gets a good rep. Even though I eat Italian food, don't get me wrong, I love noodles and pastas and all that stuff, right?
Italian food go crazy.
But it's like I think we
Pizza.
already talked about this, but y'all just made different shapes of the same shit and then call it different shit. You know what I mean?
Well, bro, like look at everything. Hey, Italians.
that's what a
do
lot
have-
of shit is, though.
They're able to make the base, like with pizza. Well, I don't even think they made pizza, like with pasta and certain other things. But it always takes like Mexicans or Spaniards or Americans even to approve on their original recipe. Okay, Italian food is a good base, but everybody's found a way to make it better,
Yes.
particularly the Spanish. So it is what it is. It's hard facts. Like
Yeah.
you said, what does that say? It says facts right there.
Facts, bro. Whatever. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
still eat it. I'm not no hate on that. I'm just
What's an
tomato
Italian?
sauce
What's
ain't
an,
all Italian.
what's an Italian taco?
Italian taco. I don't think that I don't think they were smart enough to make that.
Yeah. They weren't
Sorry.
interested in folding
I'm
shit.
sorry, I'm not trying.
They just
Golly.
pinch or open face it only. That's the two
Yeah.
techniques.
I don't no, man. So, yeah,
Like how you wipe your ass.
you-
You're
Are
a
you
wiper
going?
like this or a crumpler?
You're going
Sure.
Mexican food over Italian food?
every time. I count I do say
Ooh,
Ooh,
I
that's
do
tough.
count yeah, I
I
mean,
don't know. I gotta.
Spanish food is better than Italian food, but Mexican food is better than Spanish food because that is still another because like Spaniards elevate Italian food and Mexicans found a way to elevate Spanish food. So it's a good, nice little upswing.
I
you know?
guess
Yeah.
my vote goes the opposite
Yeah.
direction. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. I start with Italian.
Really?
Uh,
But you're seeing the proof that Italian food is improved upon by other cultures and other ethnicities, you know?
that's cool. And I mean, you know, if they gotta pay homage as their recipes, then so be it. But the final form of what they call a version of food is what I'm going off rather than the
Hey,
history.
I would agree with Saul Jimmy though, even though Mexican food isn't always my favorite, but I would say it's superior in the sense of it has, if you're comparing those three things, it has the most different variety of flavors and notes in it. You know, like they use. Whereas it's my grift with Italian food, even though I love pastas and all their different foods, is that it's just the same. It's mononote food. You know, like there's not many different ranges.
Yeah, it needs to be improved upon.
Of flavors. Yeah.
Upon.
You know, whereas like
So
for example, you go to Asian food, the reason why Asian food is superior is it's there's a lot of different notes to it, all over the
According to
place.
who?
That's why
Yeah.
it's exotic. That's why a lot of people can't handle
I
it.
agree.
That's why
I agree.
regular white people can't handle it. But if you're an exotic white, then you all up in it. You know,
Shout out
What,
exotic
for-
whites.
For Asian food?
Yeah, like there's two types of white people. There's either white people that are like hell, not like my stepdad. He ain't gonna eat no rare flavors, not even rare, but just like a variety. If it's too many notes of flavors in one dish, he can't like handle it. He's a mononote,
crazy.
American meatloaf and mashed potato guy.
I see.
That's
okay.
there's like 3 notes of flavors in there. Salt and pepper only type of vibes.
I see.
Like Demo.
Yeah, but then if you go rare, Asian, they have all sorts of rare ass shit that some people won't even eat.
Yeah,
so it's like a lot of.
I fuck with that, honestly.
And every food
really
has
like
like
Asian food,
a
yeah.
citrusy or other like vinegar type of like note added to whatever the savory part is.
Yeah, you got to have the savory, the acid, and all that.
Indian
Acid
people do
is
that in
huge.
their own way, their version
Yeah.
of it, very
Yeah.
different.
Every culture does it, but you know what culture doesn't really do it is the ones that I feel like aren't as second tier level. They're more base. Like Italian food, what do you squeeze lemon on other than
right, yeah.
fried
Pasta?
shit?
Cacio e pepe.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
You put on like some shrimp.
that's also
scampi
Spanish.
pasta.
There's
Yeah,
also one.
exactly.
Yeah.
So my opinion is actually like it depends on the mood, bro. Mexican food is amazing.
But when it's bad too, though. That's the
True.
one thing
That's
about Mexican
true,
food.
but
it's
dude, but that's
easiest to
usually-
make,
But
right? Like
that's Italian too, though.
Yeah,
I feel like you can't go wrong with a lot of pastas. Though. I mean, people eat SpaghettiOs for God's sakes.
ooh,
Like,
that's true.
Chef Boyardee.
Oh yeah, like
because-
meatballs, like that's just like simple.
Yeah, like it's hard not to eat. Like,
Garlic
that's what kids
bread.
eat when they start, eating food as pasta and
That's
basic.
true. I don't know.
fuck with it,
Mexican
but,
food just I don't know because like also Mexican food is so diverse depending on the area too. Like Oaxacan Mexican food is like different than food that would be
Yeah.
from like Baja or something like that. Like it's all very very different, and I like all the different. I mean, I just don't know enough about Italian food. I'm much more versed in anything that is Hispanic food, but like yeah,
Just like pizza.
Mexicans have pico de gallo, and that alone already adds a lot of different
that
flavors
already
and
elevates.
textures
Yeah, that's
as
true.
a like
we
a
lost-
condiment. Like
we
and
lost
salsas
Demo.
and shit. Yeah, and different salsas. There's like
Yeah.
infinite amount of salsas that they make.
Oh, hey, what
Guacamole,
about
right.
what
Yeah,
about the
they-
Italian sandwiches, bro? Like
Those
like
do well.
Balsamic
Spencer
vinegar is
says-
their only thing. I'll give you that. Like,
Spencer, cause loves the Italian sandwiches.
yeah,
Cioppino.
like pretentious white people love balsamic vinegar.
it's the Italian
Nice.
seafood dishes for me.
Well, Cioppino was like made out of San Francisco, like specifically.
That's hard. Shout out to Bay
Oh, if you
Area.
go to all that route, like, yeah, I fuck with seafood and like those type of soups and stuff. But I'm just talking about
Italian
like
seafood, maybe.
foundational.
You know, do you fuck with mariscos, like Mexican seafood, harder than
Well, then
Italian
that's
seafood?
like ceviche and shit too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do
see.
for sure.
Fish tacos,
Yeah,
Bahamas.
fish tacos. Yeah.
Well, that's
Hey,
what like
so-
Saw Jimmy was talking about. That's like out of Baja, California, like that type of
Mhm.
Mexican food. Like they invented the fish taco in Ensenada or some shit. So
Mhm.
But the burrito's American, technically.
yeah, burritos American.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've had an actual
tacos
Mexican
out
burrito,
there,
they're like more like rolled up and they're like really small.
Yeah, it's like literally barely any fillings, but it's just like the meat and whatever, like beans or something, and then cheese.
like
and
a
then it's rolled up.
taquito.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
not closed on the edges or whatever.
Yeah, they don't fold them.
They got
Nachos
big
have
ass
also
released.
become an American staple, although it's
Yeah.
technically Mexican.
On the nachos way.
Nachos, fool. They use like the government cheese though in America, that real liquidy shit.
Man, well,
Yeah.
we talking about
Hey.
this Italian food. We talking about Mexican food. We talking about what about motherfucking Popeyes and Don Julio with the new
Hey.
collaboration?
Oh my
That's a rare
goodness.
one.
Ooh.
Can
Lord.
anyone get? I don't. This is limited, right?
It's only in certain cities they're doing it.
This is crazy. This is
Damn. And I think it's mostly East Coast.
they're just not even hiding targeting minorities at all anymore.
Hey, that concha sandwich sounds smacking though.
Hey, if any of y'all could try this, let us know. Tap in.
Reposado,
Crazy.
favorite crunch roll.
Oh, it says landing in NOLA
Dude.
for like the Super Bowl weekend.
That
or
wing
something.
sound cracking though.
They found out niggas drink tequila now. That's
That's
what this
hilarious.
is.
Exactly though.
This is
That's why
They
it's
seem to
like,
be
that's why
getting
that's
away
where
from
it's coming
Hennessy.
from.
Which is true, man.
yeah.
Niggas be drinking tequila now.
Damn, they were like, we could get both the Mexicans and the blacks to get this stuff. Yeah. Wow.
Mainly the
Diversify
blacks.
your funds.
The
Don
whole wings
Julio.
too.
You know?
Okay.
It's in a lot of rap music.
I mean, there's certainly something that is speaking to generational flavors for me because I see the spicy strawberry hibiscus flavored lemonade and I'm like, yeah, give me that.
That with a little
Sounds pretty
tequila in
good.
there.
With a little
Yeah,
shot,
buddy.
a little
Yeah.
shot with some ice.
Yeah,
The whole
bruh.
thing's working for me, so I don't know. Maybe they got
No, yeah,
something.
I ain't
done.
gonna lie. It's they going 3 for 3. They going 3 for 3 right
That's
now.
though you're gonna
yeah.
get this combination.
I can,
You
bro. I'm
can't
gonna have
get
to
it.
I'm about to airmail it or some shit. Fucking post.
Are people
over-
gonna fight
overnight.
again? Like how Popeyes when they first released it?
Bruh.
People gonna squabble
Yeah.
for this?
What an embarrassing time for my people, man.
Scroll to the next slide like
That's
you
crazy.
did.
People were fighting for that. Literally,
This is where it's gonna be only located at.
New York, Miami, KC, of course.
Damn it! Do I need to censor? I'm not censoring this. Damn, the first comment. Son of a bitch.
Well, we didn't say it. Y'all.
Yeah,
It's a
all
red
right.
I mean, that's basically. I agree with it.
Yeah.
Where's the
It's
lie,
not
bro?
wrong. But yeah, that's dope. You know, shout outs to all y'all in that city. Let us know how it goes because we're intrigued with the concha. The concha thing on top is crazy. It's creative. I could fuck with it.
All you weekly listeners out there, if you happen to get your hands on this, we will let you on the show for a brief segment while you eat it and consume it on air. So
The Don
that's how,
Julio Popeyes championship lineup.
that's
Hey,
how special this is.
I like how this is not getting targeted for DEI and everything else is right now. They're like, I wonder when the day will come. It's like, you can't have this kind of stuff that's targeting certain people. But oh nope, there's a buck to be made on it, so this one gets the pass.
Oh yeah, you could target anyone if it's sales related.
Yeah, if
More
it's
than
sales
money.
related, no sweat, no sweat.
A lot of
about
email.
DEI.
A bunch of like ERGs lose funding now. Like once that happens, or
Mhm.
what the hell's
Yeah,
supposed
so
to happen
far,
from
it's
there?
already-
Unos conchas.
White supremacy.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, I know white people eating
It's too much seasoning. Too much
Yeah.
seasoning.
Mm.
Yeah.
it. Like
so
hibiscus reposado.
what is that?
Man,
What's conca bread?
Caca.
Yeah, conca bread.
are
Ah,
y'all
got 'em.
watching anything cool? Listening, reading anything cool? right now?
Severance.
Oh,
That's
shout out
Ben,
Spencer.
hey,
Shout out
that's
Spencer
Ben
Cuz.
Stiller's show, right?
Mm.
What's up?
That's Ben Stiller's show.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Because I just saw him on Hot Ones and he
Spe-
was talking about that.
Yeah, Benny
Wait,
Stiller.
Spencer loves Severance?
Spencer Cuz
Yeah, remember he
definitely
puts in the
suggested
comments.
he suggested that we watch it. Shout out Spencer Cuz. He be knowing the shows too. That's good. That's a mature show. If Spencer's watching it, it's like a mature show for
It's some
older
old people shit.
You know,
It's hilariously and viciously critical of work culture and the American economy.
Oh,
So that's
fine.
always
Yeah.
entertaining. That's
That's always gonna
always
be good.
entertaining to me when people that lean a certain way like these shows
Shout
as
out
much.
Ben Stiller, bro.
You know? Always
Yeah.
fun. Just like my boys who like Star Trek, you know, the show about fucking space communism, and it's most of the Republican homies that like
Demo.
that shit.
Yeah.
You know, or people who like Star Wars, which is literally based on the fucking Vietnam conflict. The Empire is America.
I know who you're talking
Oh,
about
lit.
too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, so what's up? Have you ever taken a second to think about the
Oh my
shit you're
God.
fucking watching? Yeah. Let's talk about media
Wow.
Wow. It's just a whole bunch of Vietnamese people,
Media
really.
literacy, which shout out Sweet Lou. I don't know if he knew that was a fucking thing, but when he's getting propagandized to think that you know who was not creating a side over in Baza, you know, like he was like, wow, what's media literacy? I don't understand that. Everything I'm reading coming out of the Biden
Holy
administration is
shit.
right. And
Man,
it's
you're
like, oh,
connecting the
media
dots.
Let me
literacy.
get back to
Media
this.
literacy has to do with fucking your dumbass seeing Star Wars and understanding up the bad guys were fucking America during the Vietnam
Wow.
War. God damn,
Lit.
wake up.
The shows people like are truly deep rooted to their politics. God damn, you're right.
Yeah, that's right. It's
Yeah,
fucking
man.
Everything's about, bro.
that is everything about that. I'm sorry,
Bro, I
bro.
watch
If you're
hood
one of those
politics.
people that are like, man, politics, I'm sorry, it's invading your fucking life. Here it is. We've reached it. If you didn't like fucking politics, you should have not fucking voted for Trump. Because that made everything political. Every
Yeah.
fucking move we make.
Yeah.
You know?
So eat it, bro. You got to eat it.
It is.
A
It
certain
is what
American
it is,
culture now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Take
over.
that Trump cream pie and
Hey.
swallow it down deep.
It's
Okay?
all
Hey,
connected.
yup.
It's all
I've been watching the
connected.
new you know how they had that Dark Side of the Ring, now they got a Dark Side of the Cage about like MMA fighters.
Oh,
I've been
that
watching
is
that.
cool.
That's lit.
Yeah, the
What is that
Kimbo one
on?
was good. It's on
Hulu?
what's that shit? No, Vice.
Oh,
that's fucking
Vice.
cool.
Like YouTube channel?
The channel, the TV channel.
Oh, it's
Kimbo
on his-
Slice was on there?
Well, they had about his story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They just
Damn.
do
That's a
like
good
different
one.
stories, just how like Dark Side of the Cage.
That trailer
That
got
is
me
cool.
emotional
So they-
about Kimbo.
Yeah, they did Kimbo, they did Diego Sanchez, and
Wow.
right now they did Evan Tanner one. That one was alright.
Yeah, they
Damn.
had Kimbo say like, I was only fighting enemies, always fighting enemies until I recognized the inner me. You know,
Cain
inner
Velasquez.
me. I was like, that goes hard. I like that.
I think that might be one of them. They have a whole lineup. I gotta go check who it is, but yeah, it's pretty dope show. It's just like the wrestling one, but MMA.
Man, speaking
brother.
about that's something I did watch. Raw once again.
How's wrestling? How's wrestling?
It's all right. I mean, it's just cool because it's on Netflix and I go watch it at my leisure easily. You know, you don't have to
Yeah.
watch the whole 3 hours at once, or you can stop. Just conveniently on Netflix. But Netflix is making moves, man. There's rumors that UFC might make a deal with them after a ESPN deal. is
Wow.
done.
Yup.
So
And this is why their prices are going to continue to go up, man. They're going up
Facts.
again. It's going to be the
Mhm.
minimum is now with commercials damn near $20, right?
that's crazy.
Holy
If they get
shit.
the UFC, it's gonna go up to 30 for sure.
Yeah. Hey, shout outs to T-Mobile, bro. They pay for my Netflix.
Man, no matter what the price is.
Yeah, but they only cover the base, bro. There's commercials unless you upgrade.
Yeah, that's
I feel
cool.
like I feel like the streaming with commercials is like exaggerated with commercials. Like they be putting extras. Like, yo, this might be worse than TV. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Here's
is
2
wor-
minutes of commercials.
It is worse than TV because it's the same ones
Mhm.
over and
Yeah,
over. And
exactly.
I
They have no
memorized them.
variety.
It drives me crazy.
That's like
Over.
Gruden was being like,
And-
you guys get crazy by the commercials yet?
Yeah.
And shout out Demo because I know if he was here right now, he'd be like, "Well, if y'all niggas wasn't poor, bruh, you know, he'd buy the big version."
Well, sorry, Demo. All right, fucking.
Hey, yo, hey,
We
I
don't
know-
own a business.
yeah. Hey, I know we were busting the cousins' chops just a little bit, but hey, you know what? We got to give credit where credit is due. We
Yes.
got a breaking news update. Hold on. Breaking news.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah, breaking news. There was an American Airlines jet colliding with a helicopter in DC.
Whoa.
now. Yeah, just now.
What the fuck?
Just sent us to in one of the group chats that we were talking about, and this is the group chat off wax, on wax, off wax, wax on, wax off. Anyway,
Bad negativity, man.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Well,
Sheesh.
so I feel
Not
bad
every
for all
day
the
something
people and
gets
the
brought to
families.
Live on air by one of our genitals on the ground.
Shout out to
Yeah,
the cuz,
bro.
bro.
Boots on
I
the
don't watch
ground.
the news. It's always bad news.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only thing people report on is bad news, bro.
For
Well,
real.
yeah, because that gets clicks. That gets people doom scrolling. You know,
Hell yeah.
stay
Took an oath
inside,
in-
read the
I
news.
took an oath in middle school.
Yeah. Wow.
Made a
So you
promise to
just
God.
operated
No,
from America.
it wasn't
collided.
around when that sniper was around. The black dude who was sniping fool. I was like, oh, blood.
Word, we got a sniper.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, I
Nah,
remember.
I
That was a
remember.
crazy plot twist. 'Cause everyone assumed he was white. They're like, wait.
Wow, that's crazy. You can't escape it. That's too bad. You know.
That's
Hey,
too bad. But anything else y'all watching? And Davy Jones, what about you? You ain't been
Nah,
watching
just
nothing?
only Bloodline in sports right
Just
now.
wrestling?
Yeah.
The Diddy documentary on HBO Max.
Oh, they're giving that on ID channel too, right? That's the one where they're interviewing like his handler or some shit.
It is called The Fall of Diddy. They're
And he's like-
interviewing a lot of close people to
He
him.
was like, there was just so much baby oil. I was like, this shit is they're like hella pandering to like the joke was like, you could just smell the baby oil when you walk into the room.
the director was like,
And you could and you're stepping in it. It was like, bruh.
Well, they've got a lot of wild, untold stories.
No,
from
it's
people close to him
hilarious,
on
bro.
this one. It's Max.
Because then they have this is the one my dad was watching that shit, and I was catching something. I was like, what the fuck? And then they have like hella phone excerpts, right? When he's talking, he's like, hey yo, I need some Cialis. I need that mushroom thing. I need they need some weed. Like it's Diddy's voice and shit. What he needs to party.
Yeah,
What's
bro.
it called? White King Party or King Horse Party? What was it called or some shit like that?
the Yellow King? Are you talking about from True Detective?
Nah, Diddy they had a code for when he'd have like his freak off party.
I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm on
I
like
haven't
episode
even.
3.
But yeah, it was a trip.
I think there's 5 episodes on it. They
It's like I need
interview,
some Cambodian breast milk.
apparently,
Yeah, so they interview his handlers where it gets like, oh shit, because he's playing like phone calls with Diddy asking like he's like, yo, I need some Cialis.
it's
I'm gonna keep my dick hard.
yeah, bro. They're getting people like what's the dude that he apparently abused? That guy's name, Lil Rob. Yeah, Lil Rob or whatever. He's the one. His story is kind of the most like when he's telling it. But I would definitely check it out if you have
Rob Summer Nights.
Yeah, the
Ain't
guy that
nothing
got
like
abused
them
by him.
summer
Allegedly.
nights.
So check it out, man. He was assaulting girl from Danity Kane, apparently.
Damn, all of them?
Shorty from the band, the singer girl, Sarah Stokes. Like,
yeah. I was hella deep into all that shit back in the day too. Like I was a big fan of making the
DABAND.
Yeah, she's on the Peacock version. But,
was he fucking with Babs? I'm Babs and I'm back and I'm hitting them hard.
Probably
breast don't sag.
not.
I don't need no push your bras. Chick, you mad? Babs
They
got
need
a brand new car.
They need to drop that.
Yeah, I know the version.
I just had a. Hey, there he goes, bro. He's taking off.
That's called motherfucking bars.
Babs verse.
They need to put like the episodes on some type of streaming.
Man, yeah, they do.
Because remember they were fighting all the fucking time.
Making the band. That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a concoction though, bro.
Puff,
He was
Puff
dialed
told us-
all the way up every single time he would
Dylon.
come in.
And he had Dylan. Puff told us to walk to Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake.
Fucking sugar cookie, man. But
Dude, his lectures afterwards, when they would come back and they fight, he's like, "Y'all are not serious about this." It's like,
I'm shutting down the studio.
Yeah. Shutting down the studio.
Those shows were
Classic.
lit.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
yeah, telling people that they have to grind, and he was like, "You didn't shine my shoes well enough." You know, it's like, oh Jesus, oh man.
Especially Chappelle's skit on that was so funny, man. That breast milk is 100% Cambodian. You know? Like,
Oh, the fucking Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
all
yeah,
I've been
shout-
watching. That crazy shit.
Yeah, that and Mad TV, bro. Give us the Chappelle back where he wasn't fucking being an uncle in a basement smoking cigarettes. Give us back Chappelle show. Chappelle. That's what I want.
From his
He's past
30s.
that.
Yeah, right.
So what he could write. you know, he could write. He could still make some stuff. You know,
Nah,
come
he
on
don't want
now.
to do
It's
that.
the
I mean,
reality.
that's why he like disappeared because he thought he was dancing for the white man.
Well,
He's
he's
an
doing
old
that
man.
now. He's doing that now anyway. So whatever.
Yeah.
Now he's doing his own shit, whatever he wants.
Ah, come on. Dude, you had
I mean,
Elon
look,
Musk on there. You
well, I
had
mean,
Elon
to
Musk
that
on stage.
that's big to people though. You feel me? You're not into that, but for a lot of people, that's like amazing. So
To
yeah.
get his publishing back, like from Netflix and all that.
A lot of people are simps that fucking get their dicks.
And this
around
was
a
also like a
billionaire's
few
ass.
years ago with the Elon shit. Remember when he got booed out in San Francisco and shit like that?
Yeah,
Mm.
rightfully so.
People
He
are
was like,
simps, bro.
yeah.
I mean, look at our
Yeah.
government.
Simp Nation
Look at how
right
that
now,
happened.
bro. God damn it. And all we've got are fucking the Super Bowl. So let's head on over.
Let's go, dude. Yes,
All
we
right.
got once again, we got the Chiefs back at it against the Philadelphia Eagles, man.
Well, the
Some
games
crazy
that
game.
happened, you know, these were, you know, some entertaining championship games, especially that Chiefs and Bills one, which was close like everybody felt like it would be.
Mhm.
Did Josh Allen get that first down that
I think
they
so.
didn't give him?
There he is.
No.
Yeah.
We're not quite here yet, but I guess we should talk about these coaching hires that happened. You know, shout out them Raiders. This is yours
Hey.
truly in there reacting
Yeah.
live from
Yeah.
the press conference. We got our
See, look at
coach.
Yes.
Yo ho,
Exactly
yo
what
ho,
the
bro.
Marshawn
Zay
Lynch
J-
crashed the press conference. You know what I'm saying? Yelled out Raiders in the
Right.
middle of it. Pretty cool shit. I like Pete Carroll. This is the best I've felt about a hire in a long time. So he'll get us
Right.
right.